Okay, perfect. Let us go over another example to feel more comfortable about the contents, how to build a confidence interval for population mean. Let us ask group 6, a volunteer from group 6 to read the example for us. Group 6, a volunteer. Group 7, a volunteer from group 7, please read the example for us. David, Zimo, Nick, Dandy, Vicky, Andy. Okay, let us ask a volunteer in group 5 to read the example for us.
For college admissions, the vector wishes to estimate the mean age of all students currently controlled in a random sample of 20 students. The mean age is found to be 22.9 years. The past, that is the standard deviation, is known to be 1.5 years, and the population is normally distributed. Construct a 90% confidence interval of the population mean.
Thank you very much. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you very much. So here we're going to build a confidence interval. Guys, we need to identify all the keywords and then see which one fits into which step. Okay, let's take a look at the board. On the board, we have step 1. Step 1 says, hey, find the best point estimate for population mean. Guys, remember that in this question, we want to construct a confidence interval for population mean. Okay, what is the point estimate? The point estimate for this population parameter. Remember that the admission director wishes to estimate the mean age. Mean age, guys. This is your keyword, population mean. Population mean is given to you. In a random sample of 20 students, well, you're the statistician. You ran the survey. You have a sample of 20 students. You found the mean of the students in that sample, which is 22.9 years. Okay, 22.9 years. So let's take a look at our board. Here, our goal is, remember that, always write down the goal. What is the goal? The goal is to estimate the population. What? The population mean. The population mean is denoted by mu. This is your job. Not just one sample. We need more information. In step 1, we took a sample. And we calculated the sample mean, which is the best point estimate for population mean. This guy is given to us. What is the mean age for the sample? The mean age for the sample is 22.9 0.9 years. So this is your sample mean. So far, so good. We have the sample mean. What is the second step? Look at the steps. What is step 2? Step 2 is find the confidence level. What is the confidence level? What is the probability that the interval contains the population mean? Let us take a look at the question. Question says, hey, guys, construct a 90% confidence interval. 90%. So we have 90% confidence level. The CL or the confidence level is 90% or 0.90. Well, okay, so far so good. What is my next step? Okay, step 3 says, hey, now that you have the confidence level, you need to find your critical value, which is a positive value Z sub C using your calculator. Okay, from that part, let me go back to the board. Step 3, find critical value Z sub C. Remember that using your calculator, this 90% is the area in the middle. 90%. This is 90% of the area. We want to find, well, Z sub C, which is this number here. Positive Z value, Z sub C. Well, okay. We know that we need to use our calculator, and the area to the left, to the right, both of them are 1 minus C divided by 2. 1 minus C divided by 2. 1 minus 90%, which is 10% divided by 2, 5%. So let's write down the instruction for the calculator. Second, bars, inverse norm, well, okay, second bars, inverse norm, let's write it down here. Inverse norm, and the area, what is the area? The area is 1 minus C divided by 2, 1 minus 90% divided by 2, which is, well, here you have just 10%, all right? You get 10% divided by 2, which is 5%. This is my area, 5%, 0.05. What is the mean? Since you are dealing with Z, mean is 0, and the standard deviation is 1. Mean is 0, standard deviation is 1. So what is my ZC? Remember that calculator gives you a negative number. Negative 1.645. So ZC is a positive number. 1.645. This is your ZC, the critical value. Okay, so far so good. After finding the critical value, take a look at your board. And step 4, you need to find the margin of error, the maximum distance between the population mean and the sample mean. It has a formula. E is equal to ZC times sigma divided by square root of n. Okay. So step 4, find the margin of error. E is equal to ZC, the positive number, times sigma divided by square root of n. I already know ZC is 1.645. What is sigma? What is n? So let's take a look at the example. Let's see if we can find those information from the example. So from the very first line, you read that in a random sample of 20 students. Hey, I have 20 people in my sample. The sample size is 20. I also know that from past studies, the standard deviation is known to be 1.5 years. Okay, so far so good. Two numbers that I need are 1.5 years. This is my sigma, 1.5 years, and n, the sample size, which is 20. So 20. If you do the calculation, it's going to be approximately 0.6. We found the margin of error, which is 0.6. Now go to the last step. This is the step that you're going to present to your boss. You're the statistician, this is your project. The final step says, hey, confidence interval is x bar minus e, comma, x bar plus e. So my confidence interval is x bar is 22.9 minus the margin of error. We calculated the margin of error, 0.6, comma, x bar is 22.9 plus the margin of error that we computed here, 0.6. Okay, so in this case, your confidence interval is, here you have 22.3 years, comma, 23.5 years. So what is the interpretation? We're going to say that, hey, we are 90% confident that we are 90% confident that the population mean age is in between 22.3 years, 22.3 years and 23.5 years. So this is what you're going to do when I ask you to show step-by-step work. These are the steps that you're going to take, and you can use your calculator to make sure the computation is correct. So double check using calculator. Double check. What are you going to do? You're going to go to stat, and you're going to go to tests. Stat, tests. Since the standard deviation of population is given, you're going to use your z-test. Z-interval. So let me see why it went down. Okay, I selected this one by mistake, z-interval. Okay, z-interval. Very good. Let's enter the information. We have the statistics. So the standard deviation of the population is 1.5. 1.5. Then x bar 22.9. Then you're going to go to find n. N is the sample size, which is 20. And now let me see what's next. The confidence level C is 90%, so 0.90. Let's see, what's the calculation here? The calculation says, hey, my lower limit is 22.3 years, and my upper limit is 23.5 years. So my calculator also confirms that I got a correct answer.